We are here at Milton Frank Stadium on a beautiful, cool night in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes, we are. The weather is perfect tonight for football, and some key players for Florence tonight is one of them is Armani Goodwin. He is a freshman this year, and he starts as the running back, and he is 5'8", weighing in at 165.
As for the opposing Columbia Eagles, look for number 8 wide receiver Omar Cunningham to make some big plays down the sideline.
Yeah, Omar Cunningham has made some pretty amazing catches this year. And talking about some pretty amazing catches, wide receiver Kadarius Thompson for the Falcons is also a key player. He is a junior this year, 6'4", weighing in at 167.
The Columbia Eagles this year are 0-7, 0-5 in region play. They're still looking to get on the board, but this is a big home game for them to try and do that.
Definitely. The Florence Falcons so far are 3-4 and 2-3 for regional. And Sammy, what do you think, or what are your predictions for tonight?
I think Florence will pull this one out, but they may have a tough time doing so as this is an away game.
Yeah, I believe so. Both teams, have made some big losses, but Florence has made some wins. So, like you said, I think Florence will pull it out, but it's, too early to tell. We have about 12 minutes till the game starts, and I'm getting pretty excited.
Florence's last game against Decatur ended with a big goal line stand by Florence. They won that game 41-38. How do you think that momentum will carry over into this week?
Well, especially since last week was homecoming night. I mean, not homecoming, senior night for the Florence Falcons. That definitely helped their game. And so they have the momentum now, and we'll see if they can keep that going. As you can tell, Columbia with 0-7 does not have the momentum. But maybe, after a few good plays for them, maybe the offense or maybe even a 3-and-out drive, that'll be good for them.
Florence is looking to rebound after they're still under 500, so they're looking to get the record back up to 500 and maybe end up with a winning record this season. Maybe they can help that with a win tonight, and I think that's what's going to happen. Luke, bold prediction.
Yeah, it is a bold prediction. And also another key player for the Falcons. I mentioned only offense, but Braxton Knight, he's a very key player for the defense. He's made multiple interceptions this season for the Falcons, and he made some pretty amazing, or he almost picked off a couple more. And so we'll see what he can do later tonight.
The Falcons, sometimes after a team gets a big win and they play hard, they come into the next week with a little bit less enthusiasm and less drive, and they get lazy. And they might get upset by a team. Do you think the Falcons will be able to keep up the intensity? Because that was a hard-fought game last week.
Definitely. Talking about laziness, that could happen because they definitely have put in the hours of practice this week. But we'll just have to see. And also, after a team makes a big win, it's they kind of come in maybe even too confident. Too arrogant, maybe thinking, no, they're the big dogs. So, we'll just have to see. It's definitely going to be interesting.
Well, a little bit of confidence never hurt anyone. We'll see if Columbia can gain some confidence tonight, facing a Florence Falcons defense that gave up 38 points against Decatur.
Yeah, they'll definitely need some confidence to beat Falcons. Falcons aren't the best this year, but, they do hold their own.
Falcons so far have beaten Hartselle and Decatur, two of their biggest wins in the past couple of years.
Yeah, Falcons also, though, on their homecoming. And their first game against Clay Chalkwell was a very close one. And they did lose that one.
Florence's big win earlier in the season came against Hartselle on the road, 35-14. Hartselle at the time was ranked number 14 in the state.
Or, yeah, somewhere around that. And Florence's rank right now is, their state rank is 64.
Florence gaining a lot of momentum as far as the season goes. Columbia, on the other hand, is ranked number 290 in the state. But maybe they can raise that ranking. Tonight, I think if they come out with some tenacity, then they should have a good chance at this one.
Yeah, definitely.
After that rousing national anthem, we are getting ready to play football here at Milton Frank Stadium in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. How about you? Or you are? Yeah. Both teams about ready to come back on the field. Earlier they were stretching. Looks like we have just over 6 minutes left until the game starts.
Florence Falcons are about to run out on the field here. They are the visiting team. They will be in white and blue today. Columbia, the home team, will be in red and white.
Yes, both bands here. The halftime show will also be a good one to watch. And looks like the Falcons are coming out on the field. The Falcons do have a little bit more players than Columbia, but they are both 6A school. Looks like the captain's coming out. One of the captains for the Florence Falcons is Bradley Dorn, and they have 4 captains like always. And another captain is Lane McCandless, and Bradley Dorn this year is a quarterback. He's a senior, and then we also have Caleb Green. He is one captain, and then the last captain is Zarian Billings.
Bradley Dorn this year for the Falcons, their starting quarterback. He has really come alive in the past couple of games, making some big passes down the stretch, especially against Decatur. Making some plays when he really needed to keep the drive alive and really help the Falcons' chances of winning, which they ended up pulling out a great win.
Definitely. And Bradley Dorn, one of his main targets is Kadarius Thompson. Them two do a good duet together.
Captains for Columbia. Number 8, Omar Cunningham, wide receiver. Number 14, Darius Bland, cornerback, senior. Number 2, Antonio Potter. And number 76, Sean Smith.
Both captains getting ready to shake hands. We're getting close for the game to start. You know, not just a whole lot of fans here tonight. A little more on the Falcon side, I believe. But the fans that are here, well, they should be in for an exciting game.
Doing good to come out and support their school on a Thursday night game.
Definitely. You know, school night, that is hard sometimes.
Columbia shares this field with the Grissom High School. Grissom is a 7A school.
Yes, they're playing tomorrow night. And you know, the Falcons and Florence and Columbia, they are having to play Thursday, yes, because Grissom is playing tomorrow. So Grissom should be a good game as well. And
we're waiting to see the results of the coin toss as Florence players as well as Columbia players lining up on the sidelines.
Yes, I believe coin toss is happening now.
Looks like Florence will defend the end zone on the far side, the left side.
And yes, now under 3 minutes left. Looks like Falcons getting ready to run through the banner. And the Falcon captains are coming off the field, and so are the Eagle captains. Tonight should get a little chilly, you know, especially for the people sitting out in the stands. Should get to about 50s, maybe even high 40s.
Falcons getting ready to come out.
Cheerleaders supporting the Falcons before they come out the banner.
Just about 2 minutes remaining till kickoff in Huntsville, Alabama. And here come the Falcons.
And, you know, we were talking about key players. Another key player that I have just now seen is Nathan Cobb. He's made some, you know, I've talked about him, I believe, every game that I've commentated so far for the Falcons. Nathan Cobb's made some pretty big kicks, maybe some long field goals. Just a really good attribute for the Falcons.
Yeah, got off to a shaky start, but has definitely picked up his game since then. Made 2 field goals against Decatur. One of them proved to be the difference in the game. Florence won by 3.
Yes, that was a very exciting game last week. We'll see if this one has as much excitement in store for us.
Florence stopped Columbia when Columbia was all the way on Florence's 4-yard line, I believe, on 4th and goal with about 4 seconds left. Huge stop.
Yes, Decatur. Looks like Columbia is not yet out on the sidelines, but they should be coming soon. But yeah, we were talking about momentum earlier. Columbia definitely doesn't have the momentum, but I'm sure, they are hyped for this game because this might be one of the games that they have a chance of winning, and I'm sure they're going to definitely try to take that to their own advantage.
Yeah, they definitely want to defend their turf at a home game.
Yes, looks like Columbia Eagles coming back on the field. We have under 30 seconds left until the game starts. Nathan Cobb practicing his kick.
Eagles lining up behind a banner of their own, getting ready to run out onto the field.
Getting hyped up, getting ready to come. And here they come.
Columbia Eagles running out onto the field, dressed in crimson and white. Florence will kick the ball off to Columbia. Eagles will get the ball first. Nathan Cobb has done a great job on kickoffs this year. Lots of touchbacks, high percentage of touchbacks.
I'd say about 90, upper 90 even. It's Columbia Eagles now coming out on the field. Both teams getting ready for the kickoff.
Florence will kick it deep to begin this game. First quarter of play. And here's the kickoff from Cobb. And this one's low, and it bounces at the 15-yard line into the hands of Dobbins. He takes it out to the 20, makes a cutback, and is tackled at the 25 by a host of Falcon defenders.
That was a nice hit by the Falcons, although they only did Columbia Eagles only did get to about the 24-yard line. So good for the Eagles. Better than a touchback for them.
You're right, Luke. They'll have 76 yards to go if they want to get to the end zone. Well, looks like they'll spot it around the 25, so about 75.
Yeah, all around there. Looks like the offense for the Eagles are coming out, and the defense for the Falcons getting ready to start this game.
Quarterback for the Eagles is number 1, Cameron Lopez. He is a junior, standing at 5'9", weighing 140 pounds.
Yes, and we should also see, looks like number 8 on Columbia Eagles.
Omar Cunningham, the wide receiver. He throws it to Cunningham, but he is dropped in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
That was a nice play by the defense. They saw that, they read that play, and they knew it was going to be a pass play, especially since it's on first down. Looks like Columbia Eagles are going to huddle up, getting ready for the play.
They'll face a 2nd and long on their first possession already. They're on their own 23-yard line.
So it looks like they'll lose 2 yards.
Lopez under center, dropping back to pass, passes out in the flat, and the man is rocked and brought down at the 20 or 19-yard line.
Looks like that was a screen pass. Just kind of trying to get it off of him, maybe get it to a wide receiver, but Falcons were all up over him.
Pass was to number 24, Zion Dobbins.
And we've seen number 8, and I believe, is he a quarterback, Samuel, for the Columbia Eagles? No, he's not. There's one more quarterback that we should see later in the game.
Yes, Omar Cunningham, number 8. Definitely a key wide receiver for the Columbia Eagles tonight. Lopez, the quarterback, lining up under center.
Looks like the Falcons will have one safety back.
And he hands it off. Zion Dobbins up the middle, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a couple yards more before being met there.
Yes, it is 4th and 9 now.
So now it'll be a 3 and out for the Falcons as they'll get the ball right back at the beginning of this game. Still not 2 minutes in.
Yeah, definitely some good 3 and out for the Falcons. Special teams down on the field.
Great start to this game after allowing 38 points to Decatur. And here's the snap.
It's a high one.
And the ball is tipped by Florence, and it's rolling to the 45-yard line, and Florence will just let it roll down around the 43-yard line.
Looks like back to receive it was Braxton Knight, but he eventually did not end up touching it.
Punter for the Eagles is number 75, Cody Smallwood, senior.
So now it is first down, offense for the Florence Falcons coming out on the field.
They'll have the ball around the 43-yard line.
Yes, Bradley Dorn in the back, and it looks like he's not alongside with anyone right now.
Dorn is in the shotgun. Kadarius Thompson split out to the near side. Now Dorn is joined by Armani Goodwin and Jakyler Coleman in the backfield. He hands it off to Goodwin, the feature back, and Goodwin is stuffed in the middle. Only gets about a yard on the play.
Armani Goodwin usually slips through the middle, finds those holes, and he makes the best of plays. But Columbia Eagles defense did good right there by stopping him, seeing what he could do.
Dorn in the shotgun again. It'll be about 2nd and 9 for the 44.
Looks like a little bit of movement by Kay Castile.
Here's the snap to Dorn. He hands it off to Goodwin again. It's a counter play to the outside. Goodwin gets close to the first down, out to the 48-yard line. They're into Columbia territory for the first time this game.
Yes, that was nice by Armani Goodwin. He used his speed to get around the corner, get around to the edge, and he got a couple yards, which really helps out the Falcons.
It'll be 3rd and short for Florence, about 3rd and 1 for the 48.
Dorn and Armani Goodwin are in the back. Jakyler Coleman close.
Dorn hands it off to Armani Goodwin. Goodwin gets up the middle, makes a man miss, and he's free, and nobody catches Armani. He's into the end zone. Quick touchdown for Florence. Only 3 minutes into this game. They're up 6-0.
Yes, they are. Samuel, that was a nice play by Armani Goodwin. Defense, it was a good attempt by them to stop Armani Goodwin, but it takes a lot to bring him down. He didn't even have to break any tackles for that. He just juked out a couple men, got past him, and there was no man to catch him.
Yeah, his speed and elusiveness are almost unparalleled, even though he's a freshman.
Definitely. He just sneaks past the defenders.
And here's the extra point for the Falcons. It is up, and it is through. 7-0 Falcons.
And I believe that was Melvin, can't say his last name, but I don't want to mispronounce it.
Melvin Aparicio on the kick.
Yes. And it looks like both teams coming back, or Columbia Eagles back on the field. 2 men back to receive. Nathan Cobb looks like he will be kicking it off for the second time.
Cobb lining up to kick it from the 40. We'll see if he can get a touchback this time after kicking it short to about the 10-yard line the first time.
Looks like Cobb is going back to kick the ball. He's on 30 now.
8 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter. That was a quick score for Florence. We'll see if the Eagles can answer that.
Yeah, I'm sure they hope they can rebound from that.
Here's Cobb, and it's a short kick, and bounces to the 20-yard line. Muff there, and Columbia picks it up and runs it to the 35-yard line before the man is smashed.
Yes, that was a hard hit. And looks like the Falcons' defense coming back on the field. Good job by Cobb right there. Although he didn't get too many yards, but it was a good job kicking it not to the receivers.
That ball was fielded by number 2, Mel Densler Jr., a junior running back for Columbia.
I can see Ryan Malone on the field. He does a good job at his position. Just a real athlete. He's a great key player on the team.
Cameron Lopez behind the center, and he hands off up the middle. That is to number 24, running back Zion Dobbins.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that was 22, Tyreek Sims. First time we've seen him this game. It has been Dobbins in the backfield so far.
Yeah, I was about to say his name has popped up, but that was first time for him. So always got to be a first for everything, though.
Columbia lining up for 2nd and 7. They're on their own 37-yard line. Here's the snap, and he hands it off to Dobbins this time, but Dobbins is stuffed in the middle, only gets about 2 yards on the carry. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Looks like there were 4 Falcons on him. You know, it took a couple men to bring him down, but the Falcons want to make sure the job is done. Good job, though, by the Falcons. It was a run up the middle, although the Falcons would not let that through there. They do not leave any holes in the line, you know, very secure, and it's a good job by them. It's like a quarterback coming out on the field for their Columbia.
It will be their second, this will be the second time facing a 3rd down. On their first try, they couldn't convert, and so were forced into a 3 and out.
Although this one isn't as far. The last one was about 3rd and 16, now it's 3rd and 6.
Lopez is going to throw, and he throws over the middle. He's got a man. It is a first down to the 50, 45, and he's pushed out around the 40-yard line. On the reception that time, I believe, is number 8, Omar Cunningham.
And it looks like the one who pushed him out of bounds was Jalen Lee. Good job by Columbia Eagles right there. You know, quarterback saw, and he threw. It was great vision, too. You know, I could see Falcons trying to tip it up, maybe, you know, try to pick it, but didn't work for the Falcons, but did for the Eagles.
That was the Eagles' first down of the game. Now they're to the Falcons' 43-yard line.
Yes, that'll help them for sure.
Here's a snap to Lopez, and he hands it off around the end. That's taken by Cunningham. He tries to cut it upfield, but he is taken in the backfield, manages to fall forward to gain about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, it doesn't, you know, like you said, only 1.5 yards. Tried to run it up, maybe sneak past a couple men, but it doesn't always work on the Falcons. Falcons have a strong defense. You know, in the past, their defense has let them down a couple times, but it looks like this game, their line has been very secure and tight. Although it looks like passing game for Columbia Eagles is really helping them out. Haven't done a lot, but over time has been 100% success.
Lopez gives the hands off to Dobbins. Dobbins goes up the middle until he gets to about the 38-yard line of Florence. It'll be 3rd down once again for the Eagles.
Yeah, last time they didn't make it, though. We'll see if they can do it again.
They may be in the part of the field where they consider it to be 4-down territory, kind of in no man's land.
I believe it'll be 3rd and 6 now. Both teams getting ready for the snap.
Columbia with 2 men back, number 22, Jalen Matthews, number 24, Zion Dobbins. He hands it off to Zion, but he has met in the backfield, and that'll be a loss for Columbia, and they'll face 4th down and 7.
Yeah, Dobbins, his name's popped up. He's done a good job for the offense, although not good enough to get a touchdown, or any points, actually. I'm sure once Columbia can get any points on the board, it'll maybe move the chains a little bit.
Columbia looking like they might go for it here on 4th and 7 from the 40-yard line.
You know, risky move, especially early in the game, but, you know, risk is a part of the game. It's got to be done.
Cameron Lopez in the shotgun. Might be a quick kick here.
Yeah,
but no, it looks like he'll take the snap and hand it off around the end. It's an end around, and he gets close to the first down, but he has stopped before he can get there. On the carry is number 9, Carlton Rhodes.
That was a nice hit by the Falcons, but they could not stop him in time.
So Florence will take over around the 35-yard line. Their first drive was a quick one, and it ended with a Armani Goodwin touchdown run.
Excuse me. They did stop him in time. It was not enough for the first down, so it was a turnover on downs. Looks like Armani Goodwin back on the field alongside with Rado Doran. Both back, and Jakar Cole is on the field right in front of him.
Doran's in the shotgun. Florence at their own 36. Doran fakes the handoff to Armani, looking outside to Coleman. Coleman's got the pass, and he gets shoved out of bounds around the 43-yard line.
You know, Coleman's a key part of the team. He's made some very good catches and made some good runs, especially when Armani Goodwin was hurt, I believe, 2 games ago. You know, Coleman took over, and he took matters into his own hands, and they did great that game. Take motion by Kate Castile.
Doran takes the snap. He hands it off to Goodwin. Goodwin cuts up the middle and gets the first down out to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, talking about Coleman earlier, he actually goes by Jakar and Cameron, or not Coleman, excuse me, Cameron Oliver. We've seen him a couple times, but he goes by Jakar and, or and Cameron Oliver.
Dorn fakes the handoff. It is tipped up and dropped the interception. Columbia dropped it. Almost had the interception. That was right in the hands of number 40, Jordan Kelly.
Yeah, it was not a bad snap, but he did throw it and it was tipped up and it went very high. It was almost intercepted, but it was knocked out of his hands.
Florence will face 2nd and 10, lucky to still have the ball.
Yes, I'm sure the Columbia Eagles are excited about making that, or making it incomplete pass. See if Falcons can rebound.
Dorn hands it off to Goodwin, but he is swamped in the middle. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. He could have lost a yard there.
Yes, he was stopped in the middle. He was clobbered, actually. There were about 3 or 4 men on him. Great job by the Columbia Eagles. You know, Goodwin sneaks up the middle, but that time the Eagles were keeping it tight.
Passing situation here for Florence. It is 3rd and 11 from their own 46-yard line. Dorn's in the shotgun.
Kick is still moving to the right side of the field.
Dorn takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking down the field. He's got Kadarius Thompson, his number 1 receiver, open and caught by Kadarius. Great lunging catch at the 15-yard line. A big 3rd down gets him all the way into the Columbia red zone.
That was amazing play by the Florence Falcons. Kadarius Thompson used his speed and especially his height to get to snag the balls out of the air. That one he didn't even have to jump because it looked like no men were really on him. He is 6'4", and as a junior, he does a great job at his position. Kadarius Thompson is Bradley Dorn's go-to.
Handed off to Goodwin, and he tries to get around the edge, but he is met there and dropped by number 30, Stephen Key.
Yeah, that was a good attempt by Goodwin, but it looks like this drive, mainly the passing has worked instead of the running. You know, the Eagles have stopped the running game almost all this drive.
Florence has 2nd and 10. Dorn looking to the outside, and looks like a miscommunication there for Florence. Intended receiver was number 1, Kadarius Thompson, but it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, like you said, miscommunication. I believe Bradley Dorn thought Kadarius Thompson was running a little bit different of a route than he did. But I'm sure they got things straight now. It's like Armando Gillen coming out off the field to Kyler Coleman alongside with Bradley Dorn.
3rd and 10 from the 12 for the Falcons. Dorn's throwing to the end zone. He's got Kadarius Thompson open. Touchdown Falcons. He managed to get his feet in.
That was a great job by the Falcons. You know, even though Kadarius Thompson was guarded, he still made the catch, which was a nice job.
Great pass by Bradley Dorn right to the corner of the end zone, and all Thompson had to do was stretch out his arms and haul it in. It is already 13-0 Falcons.
That was a nice little lob.
And here's the extra point. It is up. And it is no good. So the Falcons only have a 13-point lead here with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Looks like the Falcons, Nathan Cobb has usually made the extra points, but Melvin Aparicio, he is mainly, or actually every time done it this game, but Nathan Cobb has done it before in the past. Looks like they are kind of training up Melvin, so later in the seasons, he'll be as good as Nathan Cobb. He has some great potential.
3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florence going to kick it off. Columbia will receive the ball after being stopped on 4th down their previous drive.
It's like Columbia has 2 men back to receive. They've actually done that every time. This will be Florence's 3rd time to kick it off. Columbia hasn't kicked off any yet.
This one, Cobb boots deep, and it'll be into the end zone for a touchback, and the Eagles will get the ball on their own 20.
Yes, that was a touchback, like you said. He did end up, he tipped it kind of, but it was already in the end zone, so.
We'll see if Columbia can make anything more out of this drive than they have out of the last 2. They did get down to around Florence's 35-yard line before the drive stalled there.
Yeah, we'll see if Falcons can stop them again. Or if Columbia Eagles can respond anyway. So far they haven't got anything really going. They need a little spark to get them going.
Yeah, Florence has come up with 2 big stops, one on 4th down, one on 3rd and long. It will be 1st and 10 for Columbia.
Looks like motion on both sides of the field.
And here's the snap to Columbia. It is a Wildcat, and he's around the edge. He gets the first down and more. He's free. We'll see if anyone can catch him. Braxton Knight chasing to 35-30, 25-20, and he makes Knight miss to the 10-5 in for a touchdown. That is number 9, Carlton Rhodes, on the carry.
Yeah, well, his name has been mentioned before, Braxton Knight. You know, it's kind of surprising. He usually does some amazing stops, some interceptions, but great job by Columbia right there. You know, kind of juked him out. That was great speed. It's a great play overall. That is their first points on the board. Now 13-6. Hoping to get that extra point or two.
Columbia looking to make it a 6-point game here. They might go for 2, like you said.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. You know, it is a little risky early in the game, but so far they have done a little bit of risk. You know, especially on that 4th down conversion.
Looks like they will kick the extra point here.
Falcons hoping they can block it. It's like the 11th man for Columbia coming back on the field.
And it looks like Columbia will take a timeout here to decide what they're going to do.
And, you know, that was almost a close one. There were 2 seconds on the play clock left, but Columbia should be glad they took it.
Books A Million should be your one-stop destination for education, entertainment, and everything in between. You're never limited to books alone, as Books A Million's large selection of vinyl, CDs, and movies leaves nothing to be desired. Books A Million has something for all age groups, whether it be in the endless supply of stories to explore, or the expansive catalog of nonfiction and informational text. Here at Florence High School, we greatly value the vast importance of literacy and appreciate Books A Million constantly providing the resources necessary for achieving excellence in this area of study. Books A Million even has a Joe Mug location right inside the store. Stop by for a wide variety of tasty snacks and refreshing coffee and smoothies in a relaxing social environment.
Both teams coming back out on the field now. We'll see if Columbia decides to go for 2 or kick the extra point like they were lining up to do.
Looks like they are lined up to kick the extra point. We'll see if they can get it off before timeout or play clock runs.
On for the kick is Jeremy Ron Gilmore. And it is a fake. Lopez throwing to the end zone, and it is caught in the end zone by number 30, Stephen Key. Second time we've called his name. 2-point conversion for Columbia.
You know, that's a very risky move, but it, you know, works out sometimes. Falcons did not see that coming. It fooled me too. You know, coaching probably upset about that one, and so are the players.
Just over the arm of Braxton Knight and in the hands of Key for the 2 points.
Columbia getting pumped up now, 8-13. They're still losing, but it is a one touchdown ball game.
Yeah, momentum on their side now. Finally able to score on the Florence defense after they couldn't do anything on their first 2 possessions. Florence will get the ball for a 3rd time.
Yes, this is their first kickoff they'll do. Armani Goodwin, he's going back. You know, most teams that Florence plays, Armani Goodwin is such a good player, especially for his age and size, that they do try to pooch kick it, and, you know, try to keep it away from him. So we'll see what Columbia Eagles do this time.
They will kick it off from the 40. Looks like it will again be number 75, Cody Smallwood, on the kick.
I'm expecting just regular, you know, down the line kick, but what they have done, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was an onside, you know, but I'm sure it will be just a regular.
Smallwood lining up at the 35 for the kick.
And looks like he will be running up shortly.
And here's the kick. It is a short pooch kick down to about the 35-yard line, fielded there. Taken by Cade Castile. He breaks to the outside, and he's got 45 and shoved out of bounds at the 46-yard line by number 11, Damian Benson.
Yeah, Cade Castile did get the ball. He went back a little bit, but it was a smart idea because he did get a few extra yards from it.
Yeah, cut it back around the edge. Got to the 45 or 46-yard line. So that's about where Florence will start.
Yeah, I believe Columbia was just keeping away from Armani Goodwin, but it could be a completely different reason. I'm not exactly sure.
So Florence will start out around the 47-yard line. Great field position here.
Yes, we'll see if Columbia will keep the momentum for their defense and stop them, or the Falcons can change things are going right now.
Dorn's in the shotgun all by himself.
Just over 3 minutes now left in the first quarter.
Armani Goodwin running out onto the field. He will join Dorn in the backfield.
Like a little bit of motion by Kyler Coleman.
And here's the snap. He hands it off to Gooden. Gooden tries to bounce it outside. It goes up the middle and a stop there. He gets about a yard on the carry.
Looks like he was kind of stomped right there. He was close to the middle, but the Columbia Eagles saw that and they brought him down.
Good tackle there by number 40, Jordan Kelly.
Looks like Bradley Dorn, starting quarterback, is coming off the field. Looks like Armani Goodwin is as well.
Jameer Oliver will line up in the Wildcat as he has a couple of times this season. 2nd and 9 from the 48. And the snap is high, but Oliver handles it well. Tries to cut back up the middle. Spins away from the defender. Somehow stays on his feet before he is brought down for a loss of a yard at the 47 or 48-yard line.
Recap of that play. Like you said, it was a high snap, but Jameer Oliver handled it very well. He took matters into his own hands. He almost got brought down, but he did spin around, get past the defender. That he was eventually brought down, though.
Florence with 3rd and 9 from the 48. Dorn driving back to pass. He has to get off quick. Gets to Kadarius Thompson, and he's up the middle and gets close to the first down. I believe he got it out to the Columbia 41-yard line.
Looks like it was enough for a Falcon first down. Bradley Dorn did he sneaked the handoff, but he did not hand it off to Kyler Coleman, and then he did pass it off, which really helped him out.
And here's the handoff to Coleman, and he dives up the middle for a few yards, 4 or 5 on the carry there. We're about 2nd and 6. That was Florence's big third down conversion so far this game, and we're only about 10 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like now, like I said, we have under 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Doran in the shotgun once again. Kyler Coleman beside him.
We'll see what the Falcons play right here.
Doran fakes the handoff. He's throwing downfield. He's got a man. It's Kadarius Thompson. Thompson gets the sideline, and he's pushed out around the 25-yard line by number 2. And that is Antonio Potter on the tackle.
Good job by Kadarius Thompson. He keeps the ball well. I haven't actually seen, I believe, any fumbles by him. He handles it. He snags him out of the air since he has a very well wingspan. And he is a very quick player as well.
Goodwin back in the shotgun beside Doran, the quarterback. And Goodwin takes the handoff. He's up the middle, and he's to the 15, cuts it back to the outside. No one will catch him. Once again, Goodwin in for the touchdown. Florence is up 19-8.
That was a great job by Goodwin, but also got to give a little bit of credit, to Kadarius Thompson. He did block for him, which really caused the touchdown. Armani Goodwin, though, did use speed and a little bit of cutback to help him.
Yeah, Thompson gave the block on the outside, then let Goodwin cut it back to the edge and get the touchdown.
Overall, a good play for the Falcons.
Florence looks like they will just kick the extra point. It is up, and this time it is good. They lead 20-8 with 58 seconds remaining.
Looks like Melvin Aparicio, 2 out of 3 extra points good.
Columbia will receive the ball. After their last possession, they got a touchdown, and they used a little bit of trickery to fool Florence. They got the 2 points, and now the game is just 12 points because Florence missed an extra point earlier in the game.
Yeah, Florence, they haven't faced a lot of opponents that pull out this much trickery early in the game, but Columbia, I guess, is smart like that.
Athens was one of those teams, and Athens managed to beat Florence 28-27.
Yeah, that was a close game, very intense. Nathan Cobb popping up his team, getting ready to kick it off. This will be his 4th kickoff.
We'll see if he can get another touchback like last time.
Now it is a 2-score ball game. Looks like Columbia Eagles have 2 men back.
Cobb with the kick, and it is short to about the 25-yard line. It bounces there and keeps going to the 15-yard line. and finally picked up around the 14-yard line there. And he is met and dropped at the 17-yard line. That is Dobbins.
Yes, looks like one Falcon held him while a couple more brought him down. Good job by actually both teams. It was about the same as a fair catch.
Looks like the Eagles will have the ball all the way back on their own 18.
Yes, it looks like the Falcons did win that little play right there because it was better than a touchback.
53 seconds remaining in the first quarter as Columbia takes over. They have 1st and 10.
Looks like Columbia Eagles have 2 men back.
Quarterback Cameron Lopez under the center.
Falcons have 3 safeties.
And he hands it off around the end. And it is taken to the outside there. And he makes a man miss before he's brought down right by his original line of scrimmage. That is number 9, Carlton Rhodes.
It's like Kearian Freeman, junior this year, was the one that missed. But, overall the Falcons did use 2 men to bring him down. So, good play for the Falcons.
Looks like they'll say he picked up 2 yards before he was dragged backwards.
Columbia Eagles huddled up, getting ready to get their play going.
Play clock at 18, game clock at around 20. So this might be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, we'll see. 10 seconds.
Low snap, and that's Dobbins. He takes it around the end, and he is tackled around the 21-yard line, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Your score is Falcons 28 and Columbia 8.
Falcons 20.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
You remember that, too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
Looks like Falcons coming back on the field. They will be defending.
Florence maybe can get another big third down stop here and get the ball right back after scoring a touchdown on an Armani Goodwin touchdown run.
Looks like both teams are lined up now.
Here's Columbia. And looks like somebody jumped off sides, or maybe a false start by Columbia.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Looks like it will be a false start. Falcons pointing at Columbia. Kind of triggered some Falcons to move, too.
And they will move the ball back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 12 here for Columbia.
Yes, the Falcons will accept that. Columbia getting ready to start after that penalty. First play of the second quarter.
And here's the snap. And it is a wildcat to Dobbins, but he is stuffed in the middle. Maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And not much there. So they'll have to punt.
Yeah, first play of the second quarter wasn't very good for the Eagles. Good for the Falcons, though. Stopped them on 3rd down.
Punt team coming on for the Eagles. Punter for Columbia is number 75, Cody Smallwood.
Looks like Braxton Knight will be back to receive for the punt.
He's standing around midfield.
Yeah, 10 seconds on the play clock, excuse me.
And here's a snap to Smallwood. And Florence cannot block it. It is a high punt out to rounded field, returnable. Knight cuts it back to the outside, and he's looking for a lane to run. And he gets met from behind. He didn't see his man coming. So Florence will have the ball around the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Braxton Knight kind of stuttered a couple times right there. Couldn't really see anywhere to go. Good job of Columbia by kind of blocking everywhere. DeAndre Batten almost blocked the punt at the start, but he was not able to get there in time.
So Florence will have the ball in great field position at the Columbia 43-yard line. That was about a 30-yard punt with a 7-yard return.
Looks like Brad Dillon and Armani Goodwin both in the back.
Dorn in the shotgun. He takes a snap, and it's a screen to Armani. He cuts it up the field. He breaks through 2 defenders, gets the first down and more, and looks like he will be into the end zone. Another touchdown on the first play for the Falcons. That's 26-8 already, only a minute into the second quarter.
That was a great job by Armani Goodwin. Kadarius Thompson, that's his second job blocking for Armani Goodwin, which resulted in a touchdown. Armani Goodwin, that was just definitely an explosion of speed. Great job by both, actually Bradley Dorn and the line, Armani Goodwin and Kadarius Thompson, all of them.
43-yard touchdown pass there. Goodwin using his speed and his blockers to his advantage, and the extra point makes it 27-8.
Yeah, talking about that touchdown, it was a great job, especially since Bradley Dorn, used, his throwing ability to lure some Eagles over to him, and then the lineman blocked all the defense, and, just a great job overall. Very well executed by the Falcons.
Yeah, that screen pass is very effective when you have a speedy receiver and good blockers. Florence will kick it off from the 40-yard line. Two men deep to receive. Columbia has back Zion Dobbins as well as Darius Bland.
Nathan Cobb getting ready to kick it off. Already got his team ready. Looks like he will be going back to the 30-yard line.
And here he is with the kick. Booted high and deep, spiraling down to about the 2-yard line where it bounces out of the end zone there. So Columbia will take over around their own 20-yard line. Florence stopped them on their last drive, and Columbia was forced to punt, which gave Florence good field position.
Yeah, which resulted in a touchdown by Armani Goodwin. We'll see if anything like that happens again or Columbia changes the way things are going. Maybe scores their own touchdown. Make it a 2-score ball game. If they do score and get just the extra point 3 times, they will be ahead by 1 point. Or 2 points, excuse me. And both teams lined up, getting ready for the snap.
Cameron Lopez under center. And looks like he's going to throw, but he has nowhere to go. He's brought down by a shoulder pad around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good job of the Falcons. There was one man, I couldn't really tell who it was, but he did hold on to him very well, got some good grip. Then some more Falcons did arrive and brought him down. Looks like that was number 6, Nate Reed.
So now it'll be 2nd and 15 for Columbia, already deep in their own territory at their own 15.
2 men back for Columbia. Looks like there are 2 or 3 safeties for the Falcons.
And Lopez looking to the outside. That's a screen pass. That's a fumble. And it'll be picked up by Florence around the 2-yard line. That is their ball. That was a lateral. Florence will have 1st and goal. What a turn of events there. And miscue by Columbia.
If they score right here, I believe that'll be 2 touchdowns in under 2 minutes. Right at 2 minutes, because we have 10 minutes and 4 seconds left in the half. So that's a great job by the Falcons. A little bit of miscommunication by Columbia Eagles, but a great job by the Falcons by recovering it.
Yeah, great awareness there. And Florence will take over right near Columbia's goal line, about the 1.5, 2-yard line.
Yeah, I'm sure Falcons are excited about this drive. Should be a short one.
We'll see if they try to punch it in. It's Jakyler Coleman in the backfield beside Doran. And Doran takes a snap. He does hand it off to Coleman, and Coleman is into the end zone. Touchdown Florence, 33-8. They take a big lead here at Columbia.
Yes, they sure are. We'll see if the Falcons can keep it at 33-8, maybe even make it 34-35-8. We'll see what happens.
Looks like they'll kick the extra point once again. Florence mounting even bigger lead here early in the second quarter. And here's the kick. It is up. And it is good. Florence leads 34-8. We still have 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, that was a quick drive by the Falcons. But the Columbia Eagles, I think it was a little bit of, like I said, miscommunication. Could have done a little bit better on, kind of knowing their routes and knowing where to go. But I guess Falcons just took that to their own advantage.
Quarterback had to get that pass off quick or he would have been sacked, but he threw it where his running back couldn't catch it. And so it was a fumble and recovered by the Falcons.
Yeah, great job of Falcons to force that by the pressure.
Cobb will kick it off on the 40-yard line.
Cobb getting his team ready to kick it off. This will be, I believe, Cobb's fifth or sixth kickoff.
(34-8) Florence. They still have all three of their timeouts. Columbia has 2 timeouts. Here's Cobb. Boots it downfield. It is an onside kick. And it bounces into Florence's hands. Let's see who picks it up. I can't tell exactly who fell on it. A big pile up there. Columbia was not expecting that. Florence was the first to get to it.
Definitely not.
We'll see who fell on it, though.
Yeah, it looked like it was going out of bounds. Looks like Florence, they might have touched it first. Looks like it will be Columbia's way. Good job by Columbia by returning that. Falcons, saw that Columbia Eagles were pulling a little trigger out. They decided maybe they want to do that themselves. Didn't work though for them. Now Columbia has good field position.
There's a man for Florence shaken up on the play. It was number 3, Jalen Koger.
Yeah, Jalen Koger's done a pretty good job this game. I'm sure he's okay though.
Columbia will have the ball on their own 37. Looks like it'll be a timeout, Columbia. Florence has a big lead here in Huntsville.
Pivot Sports has provided athletic equipment and apparel to the Shoals area for over 70 years and is proud to support Florence High School for the 2013-2014 football season. Whether you play football, baseball, soccer, or just about anything else, Pivot should be your go-to destination for anything and everything sports related. In addition to their supply of sports equipment, Pivot maintains an expansive selection of collegiate apparel. Pivot will always have what you need. Pivot Sports, game tested, athlete approved.
And we are back. Score still stands Florence Falcons 34, Columbia Eagles 8.
Columbia coming back out for another offensive possession. They'll start on their own 37-yard line after the failed onside kick attempt by Florence.
Yes, momentum, I believe, still on Florence's side since they got that ball close to their 2-yard line, scored a touchdown.
And looks like the ball will be tipped up, and it is falling onto the ground. And looks like they will, a little bit of confusion there. Looks like they will call it a run play and a fumble. So recovered by the Eagles around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it was a confusing play right there. It looks like he was trying to run it up the middle, kind of knocked out of his hands. Florence Falcons tipped it a little bit, the Eagles, kind of fell on it. So I guess the play didn't really count because, except for another down. They did get 1 yard, though.
It'll be about 2nd and 9. And here's the snap. It is handed off up the middle. On the carry that time for Columbia is number 40, Jordan Kelly. New quarterback in for Columbia. In at quarterback that time was, looks like number 9, Jeremiah Goodlow.
Yeah, we'll see if he's as good as the last quarterback, maybe even better. We'll just have to see. Definitely change things.
They may just put him in for the one play, for the handoff.
Yeah, that's what Florence has done in the past.
Yeah, we'll see if they keep him in.
Looks like he might be still on the field. I believe there is a number 9, but there are multiple number 9s on the team.
Gilmore also plays cornerback for the Eagles. And it looks like another timeout will be taken. And this time, It is again on the Eagles. That is their third timeout of this half and last timeout. So they will have no timeouts remaining.
Yes, Florence still hasn't used any, I believe.
Yeah, Florence still has all 3 timeouts. There are 8 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the half. Ball for Columbia will be on their own 41-yard line. They'll have about 6 yards to go for the first down. Florence has done a good job of stopping them on third down so far.
Yeah, 5 yards. We'll see if they can kind of punch that in, get a first down. They haven't got a just ton of first downs so far, but we'll see if they can get one right now. Looks like both teams come back on the field. Timeout is over.
Columbia comes out in the shotgun.
For the Falcons, Braxton Knight there are 2 safeties. Braxton Knight farther back. Make sure everything goes okay.
There's a flag thrown on the play, and I think they'll get Columbia here.
Yeah, we'll see if it's accepted or declined.
And it'll be a false start on Columbia. They'll march the ball back 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 10.
We'll see if Columbia can do anything about that penalty, maybe rebound from that, or the Falcons can keep it, or their momentum.
Here's Columbia from their own 36.
3 men back for Columbia.
Gilmore still in at quarterback. He takes a snap, and he's going to run around the end. We'll see if he has any space to run. And he is tackled around the 42-yard line. Doesn't get very close to the first down marker. We'll see if Columbia decides to go for it.
Falcons did a good job of bringing them down right there, although Columbia Eagles did get a couple good yards.
Looks like the punt team coming out again.
Yeah, wasn't good enough.
Punter for Columbia is number 75. That is Cody Smallwood. He had a punt last time from about a 30-yard punt to midfield that Braxton Knight returned about 7 yards. Knight is back to return once again.
Yeah, we'll see if it goes out of bounds or he'll return it. Maybe fair catch.
And there's the snap, and it is a low punt. It's returnable for Knight. He cuts it up the sideline. Big block on the outside, and Knight takes it out to the 47.
You're right about that. I did see that big block.
There's a flag thrown on the play back around the 42-yard line. We'll see what that is.
Could have been on the block, maybe a little bit of excessive.
Right, as it stands, Florence will have the ball around the 47-yard line.
Now we haven't updated you a little bit. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. Looks like Falcons coming back on the field.
They'll have the ball on the Columbia 47-yard line.
Looks like Jameer Oliver on the close side and Kadarius Thompson on the far side, both wide receivers.
Cade Castile motions across the front, Doran in the shotgun. He takes the snap, and he hands it off to Coleman. Coleman is met in the backfield. That's about a 3-yard loss. Big play for the Eagles there.
Yeah, like you said, he was stopped. The Eagles did see that coming, and they brought him down really quick.
It'll be 2nd down and 13. Jakyler Coleman still in the backfield.
Armani Goodwin still on the bench right now, and Jakyler Coleman, a little bit of motion by Kay Castile on the offense.
Bradley takes the snap. He's dropping back to pass. He has to get it off quick. Evades the rush. He's looking out to the side. He's got a receiver. It's Ben Daniel, and he gets across the first down line. And that is a first down for Florence at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good job by Bradley Doran. He got the ball off, and he evaded a few tackles, which really helped him. Ben Daniel also plays QB position. He's a good athlete, able to play a couple positions. It's always good to have those on your team.
He also does some work out of the backfield for Florence. That was a great reception there for the first down. Doran's in the shotgun again. Florence at the Columbia 36-yard line.
Looks like Jakyler Coleman and Bradley Doran are in the back.
Doran takes the snap, hands it off to Coleman. Coleman breaks up the middle for about 5 yards. Good carry there.
Yeah, I'd agree. He did get a couple yards. He was brought down, but just those short, good runs, maybe 3, 4, or 5 yards, really helps the team out.
Yeah, straight through the A gap that time for about 4 yards. Doran hands it off again to Coleman. Coleman tries to get the edge. He does. He's got space and breaks it across the 22-yard line. First down for Florence.
Yeah, we'll see if the Falcons can turn this first down or the drive into anything. Any points, they already are, right in field goal range, borderline of it. And we'll see if they can do anything, maybe score a touchdown of it. Or if the Columbia Eagles will stop it.
Looks like there was a problem with the clock here, but now they have it fixed. And it is ticking. Now we have about 6 minutes remaining in the half. Doran in the shotgun. Florence is at the 23-yard line.
Play clock at 15. Brad Dorn looking at coaches for assistance.
Coleman still in the game, in at running back. And he hands it off to Coleman up the middle. Makes a man miss and dives forward to the 17-yard line for a 5-yard gain. May got 6 on the carry there.
That was a nice job of Florence getting it up to middle, get a few yards. This is second down now. Brad Dorn and Jakyler Coleman still back. Armani Goodwin still not on the field.
Here's the snap. Doran hands it to Coleman. Coleman trying to find a hole. He does. And he dives forward close to the first down marker around the 13-yard line. Lots of whistles on the play. We'll see where they spot it.
Looks like some subs coming off and on the field for Columbia Eagles.
They'll move the chains. It'll be first down and 10 for Florence. They're in the red zone now, right at the 12-yard line. Florence with a big lead already, 34-8. We'll see if they can stretch that out even further before halftime.
Here comes snap.
Doran hands it off. It's Coleman again. He tries to run up the middle, and he gets about 6 yards on the carry. Great run there for Florence on first down.
Yeah, definitely. It was maybe fooled a few defenders, definitely not many, but he faked the throw off after he handed it off. Jakyler Coleman did a good job running up the middle.
Clock now under 5 minutes remaining in the half. Florence will have 2nd and 4 from about the 7-yard line.
Sure, Falcons hoping to get this score off before the half ends. And Columbia hoping they can stop it and score.
And Coleman takes the handoff, and the ball's punched out. It is rolling around on the ground. And it looks like it is fallen on by Florence, and they will keep the ball. Lucky there to keep possession of it.
Yeah, that would be tragic for them to lose the ball this close to the goal line. But luckily for them, Florence Falcons did return the ball. Columbia Eagles hoping to get a turnover right here.
Florence has the ball on Columbia's 8-yard line. 4 minutes remaining in the half.
Yeah, really, anything would help Columbia right now.
Doran fakes the handoff. He's got a man wide open over the middle. It's Jameer Oliver. That is a touchdown for Florence.
Yeah, Jameer Oliver made some big plays already. It was a leaping catch. Good job by him.
Looks like there may have been a flag thrown there, so we'll see if that gets called back.
Yeah, it could be.
After Florence had gone to the run so many times in a row, Columbia wasn't ready for that pass. He was wide open, but it looks like it won't matter because they'll move the ball back 10 yards on Florence for holding.
Yeah, we'll see if Florence can, do the same thing pretty much or get a man to run it up the middle. Jakyler Coleman's done a good job at that, running it up the middle, so we'll see if he can do it again.
Doran's in the shotgun. He's got to throw it here. And he's looking outside to Kadarius Thompson. And there's a jump ball. And did Thompson catch that? He did. What a catch for a touchdown. He just used his size and athleticism there to go up over the defender.
Yeah, I'd say athleticism, but definitely his size. He used his span, to get the ball snagging out of the air. Great job by him.
Incredible catch there. That was just a jump ball right there, 50-50, and he came down with it, wrestled it away from his defender. Florence is up 40-8.
Yeah, good job also by Brad Dorn. Lobs it up there, knows that Kadarius Thompson, his weaknesses and strong points.
extra point through to make it 41-8 Florence. Still about under 4 minutes remaining in the half, and Florence already has a 33-point lead.
Yeah, great job by Florence. We'll see if Columbia Eagles, it would be very hard for them to end up winning this game, but we'll see what they can do.
They'll definitely get one more possession in before the half ends.
Yeah, maybe even 2. Just depends how fast these drives go.
Cobb will once again kick it off on the 40-yard line.
Eagles have 2 men back to receive.
2 men deep for Zion Dobbins and Darius Bland. Cobb at the 30 will see if they do kick it deep this time after failed onside kick attempt their last time.
Yeah, we'll see what they do.
Looks like he will kick it deep here, and it is a long, hard kick deep into the end zone. That is a touchback, and Columbia will have the ball on their own 20-yard line to start yet another drive.
Yes, that is Nathan Cobb. Well, that's only his first or second touchback so far this game, but a lot this season.
Yeah, you're right. Columbia's offensive efforts have been fruitless except for one drive in the first quarter where they scored on Florence using some trickery.
Yeah, and they had a they had a good spark going, big momentum for them, and they made some big stops for when they were on defense too. But that ended as well. I believe that ended when Armani Goodwin got a runoff in the middle. Looks like flags on the play.
"12 men on the field for Columbia, so they'll march the ball back 5 yards. They'll have it on their own 15. 3 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, 12 men never works. We'll see what the Falcons can keep doing what they're doing right here and stopping them.
And the snap is low. It is pitched to the outside, and he doesn't have very much room to run. He is brought down in the backfield at the 12-yard line. We'll mark him down at the 13 for forward progress.
Yeah, Eagles tried to fool little Falcons right there. You know, got a motion already before play started, and then shovel pass to him, and didn't work though.
Clock still ticking now. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Columbia has 2nd and 17 on their own 13. And here's the snap. Thrown to the outside. It's a screen pass. And he tries to get to the outside, but he's taken down around the 14-yard line. Big tackle there for Florence. It'll be about 3rd and 16.
That looks like some team little changing, some subs coming off and on the field. Good job by the Falcons right there.
We'll see if Columbia just decides to play it safe and run the ball here, or tries to go for the first down with a deep shot down the field.
Looks like some safeties back for Florence, one being Braxton Knight and Akili Smith, very far back.
And here's the snap. He's looking to the outside for a screen pass. He's got his man, but it's dropped. It is a fumble there and picked up and ran into the end zone. That is a touchdown for Florence. It was another lateral pass. Deja vu all over again.
Yeah, that was Trevor Simpson right there. That was, maybe they should stop with those passes out to the side. I don't know though. Maybe, the Falcons have been picking those up, running them in for touchdowns. Great job of the Falcons.
Intended receiver on the play was number 9, Carlton Rhodes.
Yeah, both teams, special teams coming out on the field. Falcons trying to get that extra point, maybe make it 48-8.
Kicking team comes out on the field for Florence and gets set. Columbia rushing to get their personnel on the field. Florence looking to stretch it all the way to a 40-point lead. And they do. 48-8 Florence, and still 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Falcons killing the Eagles right now. Any points would help the Eagles.
Yeah, anything positive would help the Eagles right now, but turnovers are something that will not help them. They'll have to stop that if they want to get some momentum in this first half going into halftime.
Yeah, it looks like it'll take a miracle for them to overall win this game, but really any points would help them, especially just for pride. Yeah, I'm sure Eagles hoping to get a couple points before the quarter and the half ends.
Nathan Cobb on to kick again. This is his 8th kick of the game, and we're not yet to halftime.
Ball on the 40. Nathan Cobb going out to the 30-yard line.
Here's Cobb with the kick. And he boots it downfield once again. This one looks like it'll be another touchback. And they'll call it that. Columbia will have the ball on their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, great job of Nathan Cobb getting it back there, making sure, they don't get the far runs.
This game quickly getting out of hand for Columbia. Maybe they can do something to change that here.
At the start of the game, I thought it would be more of a closer game, especially since they got those 8 points, used a little trickery, but Falcons have really taken the lead and brought it with them.
Yeah, Falcons have scored 35 unanswered to take a 40-point lead.
Yeah, kudos for them.
Columbia Eagles 1st and 10 on their own 20. And they pitch it out to Dobbs. And he is stuck right around the 20-yard line. No gain on the play.
Yeah, Dobbs' name has popped up a good amount of times. Probably one of their best running backs. He's done a good job, although the Falcon defense has been pretty stingy with the runs, not really letting them get any yards.
Dobbins is a pretty big player. He's 6'1", 180. Stout fellow there. He's done a great job out of the backfield. You're right.
Yeah, more tall. And, it takes a couple minutes to bring him down. We now have about 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
Here's the snap. And he fakes the handoff to Dobbins, looking around the edge. And the receiver is hit hard and brought down, but is incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for Columbia. Clock stopped in 1 minute and 31 seconds.
Yeah, Falcons, different people coming out on the field now. Akili Smith going back.
Florence might have yet another possession and another attempt to score before first half ends.
Yeah, they definitely could be.
Here's the snap. And there's another pass out in the flat. It is bobbled, and the man is brought down around the 13-yard line. Great coverage there for Florence. Almost another fumble there because that was a lateral as well.
Yeah, the lateral, they probably should stop doing them, but maybe that's why I'm not coaching. So he did throw it to him. Was a little bit of a lateral, went behind him. He did bobble it up. The snap was a little bit high, and, Florence almost recovered that one.
Columbia sends their punting team on the field.
4th and 17, under a minute left in the half now. Clock is ticking, now at 53.
Punter number 75, Cody Smallwood, will be kicking from his own 2-yard line. There's a flag thrown on the play. Looks like Columbia had 12 men on the field again.
Another foul for him.
Florence came close to blocking a kick earlier this game. We'll see if they can do it again, because if they do it here, it might result in another touchdown.
Yeah, almost every punt off. DeAndre Batten gets pretty close. He's on the edge, and we'll see if he can, block a punt.
And the snap is high, and looks like Small will try to run it out and throw it. He's got a man open, and he almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Nowhere close to the first down, though, so Florence will have the ball on Columbia's 19-yard line.
Yeah, Columbia tried to get a little sneaky play off right there, although resulted in a turnover on downs.
I think the punter might have just had to improvise there. Could have been a trick play, though, because Columbia has been trying those.
Yeah, they sure have. But, I got to agree with you. The punter, he was pretty pressured, so I don't think he could have really done much about it. Good job by Falcons by putting the pressure on him.
Ben Daniel in at running back beside Bradley Doran. And he hands it off to Daniel. Daniel runs it around the end. He bulldozes through a few men. Gets the first down out to the 12-yard line.
He looked like a bull right there on the field. He, just got past. He trucked a couple people. Good job by him.
First down for Florence. Ben Daniel is a pretty big back at 5'10", 188.
Or, he's mainly big for, or more of the dog in the fight.
And here he is around the edge, and he gets a touchdown. Florence goes ahead 54-8, 20 seconds remaining in the half. That is a 46-point lead now for Florence, and it is all them.
Yes, that was Ben Daniel again. Now we have 21 seconds. The clock is stopped, and we'll see if the Falcons can get the extra point and make it 55. We'll see if they can go for the 2 points and make it 56.
Looks like they will kick the extra point. And here's the kick. It is up. And it is through. It is 55-8 Florence. 20 seconds remaining in the half. Florence racking up points at an alarming pace here.
Yeah, 47-point lead. Not too shabby. Looks like Eagles out on the field getting ready.
This means Nathan Cobb will have his 9th kickoff of the night.
Yeah, racking them up. Looks like the football will be placed down at the 40-yard line.
Just after 8 o'clock here in Huntsville, about to the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly, but it feels nice for the football weather.
Cobb to kick it deep. Dobbins and Bland back to receive. And here's the kick. It is deep, but it is returnable from the 1-yard line. Bland takes it out, and he doesn't get very far. Tackled at the 17-yard line with about 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it was a nice job by the Falcons. Quick to get up the field and bring them down.
So we'll see if Columbia tries to make anything of this possession, because they haven't been able to do anything since that touchdown drive early in the first quarter.
Now 15 seconds left. Clock is stopped.
Columbia doesn't have any timeouts, so if they do manage to get tackled in bounds, that would mean the quarter would almost certainly be over.
Yeah, Falcons have all three of theirs.
And looks like Columbia will just hand it off up the middle. And he will be tackled.
And clock is ticking at 7 and 6. Keep on going. Looks like they probably will just let it go.
And that'll be the end of the first half. Florence with a huge 47-point lead already racked up 55 points. It's 55-8 Florence. They have done it on the backs of the running game, and their offense has been doing great. So is their defense. Big lead here going into halftime.
Yeah, action-packed and exciting for the Falcons. Falcons have done a great job by especially keeping their offense, keep it rolling and getting the touchdowns, racking them in.
Florence Falcon Band coming out onto the field, about to do their halftime performance.
Yes, this is the Big Blue Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our school principal, this quarter, this principal, Columbia High
Books A Million should be your one-stop destination for education, entertainment, and everything in between. You're never limited to books alone, as Books A Million's large selection of vinyl, CDs, and movies leaves nothing to be desired. Books A Million has something for all age groups, whether it be an endless supply of stories to explore or the expansive catalog of nonfiction and informational text. Here at Florence High School, we greatly value the vast importance of literacy and appreciate Books A Million constantly providing the resources necessary for achieving excellence in this area of study. Books A Million even has a Joe Mug location right inside the store. Stop by for a wide variety of tasty snacks and refreshing coffee and smoothies in a relaxing social environment. Books A Million is located at 302 Cox Creek Parkway. Books A Million is a proud supporter of Florence High School.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
You remember that, too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
Pivot Sports has provided athletic equipment and apparel to the Shoals area for over 70 years and is proud to support Florence High School for the 2013-2014 football season. Whether you play football, baseball, soccer, or just about anything else, Pivot should be your go-to destination for anything and everything sports related. In addition to their supply of sports equipment, Pivot maintains an expansive selection of collegiate apparel. Pivot will always have what you need. Pivot Sports, game tested, athlete approved.
Come by Yogurt Mountain on Cox Creek Parkway and create your own. Start out with one of our warm, delicious, and fresh premium baked goods. Choose from our 16 delectable flavors. Then it's topping time. Pick from more than 50 toppings to make your own special creation. Yogurt Mountain is a proud supporter of Florence High School, where students create their own futures. As a pioneer in the frozen yogurt industry, Yogurt Mountain will wow your senses with the ultimate self-serve frozen yogurt experience. But don't take our word for it. Go by Yogurt Mountain today on Cox Creek Parkway. Yogurt Mountain, what will you create?
Books A Million should be your one-stop destination for education, entertainment, and everything in between. You're never limited to books alone, as Books A Million's large selection of vinyl, CDs, and movies leaves nothing to be desired. Books A Million has something for all age groups, whether it be an endless supply of stories to explore or the expansive catalog of nonfiction and informational text. Here at Florence High School, we greatly value the vast importance of literacy and appreciate Books A Million constantly providing the resources necessary for achieving excellence in this area of study. Books A Million even has a Joe Mug location right inside the store. Stop by for a wide variety of tasty snacks and refreshing coffee and smoothies in a relaxing social environment. Books A Million is located at 302 Cox Creek Parkway. Books A Million is a proud supporter of Florence High School.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
You remember that, too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
Pivot Sports has provided athletic equipment and apparel to the Shoals area for over 70 years and is proud to support Florence High School for the 2013-2014 football season. Whether you play football, baseball, soccer, or just about anything else, Pivot should be your go-to destination for anything and everything sports related. In addition to their supply of sports equipment, Pivot maintains an expansive selection of collegiate apparel. Pivot will always have what you need. Pivot Sports, game tested, athlete approved.
Come by Yogurt Mountain on Cox Creek Parkway and create your own. Start out with one of our warm, delicious, and fresh premium baked goods. Choose from our 16 delectable flavors. Then it's topping time. Pick from more than 50 toppings to make your own special creation. Yogurt Mountain is a proud supporter of Florence High School, where students create their own futures. As a pioneer in the frozen yogurt industry, Yogurt Mountain will wow your senses with the ultimate self-serve frozen yogurt experience. But don't take our word for it. Go by Yogurt Mountain today on Cox Creek Parkway. Yogurt Mountain, what will you create?
We're back at Milton Frank Stadium in Huntsville, Alabama. Florence and Columbia facing off on the gridiron.
Yes, Florence is up right now, 55-8. It's been an interesting game. Florence has taken the lead by a good bit. They've been controlling the field mainly. Columbia's really only touchdown. They did get the 2-point conversion. They did a little trickery. They had the momentum there for one drive, and then they ended it when they were on defense, and the Falcons scored with Armani Goodwin. He stuck it right up the middle.
Yeah, Falcons didn't even need a good one. For the majority of the second quarter, they've controlled the ball, both sides of the ball, throughout the whole first half.
Yeah, talking about both sides of the ball. On defense, they scored one touchdown when they were on defense and drove it up to the 2-yard line, which caused a touchdown from laterals and a little bit of miscommunication on Columbia Eagles. And defense did a great job on that. Brad O'Doran has also made some good screen passes, some long passes to Kadarius Thompson, and Kadarius Thompson has done a great job getting a few yards. The game should be starting shortly, getting the second half on the way.
Yeah, more on Florence's defense. They didn't just cause those 2 or 3 fumbles, they also caused 3 turnover on downs. So they have come up with the big stops when they needed to, and that has really allowed their offense to get going.
Yeah, we've been bragging on the Falcons, but just a little bit on the Eagles. We were talking about that, I was talking about that touchdown, and they use sneaking around to get the 2-point conversion. They've also, done some great stops for the Falcons. The Falcons could have been winning more if the Eagles defense wasn't as good as they are.
All Armani Goodwin was really just outdoing the Eagles totally in the first quarter. His speed and elusiveness were too much for them, and he was scoring seemingly on every play.
Yeah, definitely. He just bursts right up the middle, finds the holes in the line. And, good job on the Falcons defense. They always keep the line tight and secure, make sure no one gets up the middle.
Yeah, Florence has already scored 8 touchdowns in this game. So that's why they have a 47-point lead like they do. I expect them to carry this momentum right into the second half and probably take this first drive down for a score as they get the ball first.
Yeah, momentum definitely on their side.
We'll see if they continue to use Jakyler Coleman in the backfield instead of Armani Goodwin.
Yeah, they were doing that definitely later in the second quarter. It was working out. Armani Goodwin did. In the first quarter, he did cause touchdowns, though. And in the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, Ben Daniel, another running back, came in on the very last drive, I believe, of the first half, and he scored a touchdown. Got about 30 yards rushing on, and ran over a couple of men too. So he did a great job too. So we might see some more of him in the second half.
Yeah, he was just kind of trucking through the team. It was a good job. Looks like Falcons come out to the sideline, probably about to get their play, and we have 2 minutes left, or 2 minutes and 30 seconds left until the game is on the road.
Florence has controlled the ball and controlled the game. I think that their defense will come up with a couple more big turnovers because they seem to be playing with a tenacity, and they're very focused. Because a lot of teams, once they get this big lead, could let up and maybe allow a couple of big plays.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with their win right now, or their winning, but last week for senior night, the Falcons did win by 3 points, so it was a field goal, and they did win, but it was a goal line stance. Rex Knight was the one that broke it up, I believe, and if he wouldn't have broken it up, they would have lost that one. It was a close game, but the Falcons did pull it out.
Yeah, exciting finish. They seem to have carried that into tonight against Columbia. It is Columbia's senior night, and Falcons looking to spoil that.
Yeah, definitely. Just like Falcons, their homecoming did get spoiled by Bob Jones.
Falcons rebounded nicely from that, and they continue that here. In the second half, maybe another quarterback will get some more playing time because Bradley Doran, we've seen him at the helm all year. I don't even think we've seen another quarterback except maybe Ben Daniel or Jameer Oliver in the Wildcat a couple of times.
Yeah, mainly they have been handed off, though. Talking about other quarterbacks, Gardner Filippo, he is a freshman this year. We haven't actually seen him on the field yet, but we've seen that he can do some amazing things. He's I believe I already said, but he's a freshman this year. He does a great job at his position. Just a real good athlete overall. We'll see if he comes in any.
Florence will receive the ball first. Do you think Columbia may come out with some more trickery here in the second half to try to get any momentum that they can?
I do think they will because their trickery so far has worked almost every time they've done it. And, the Falcons did try it once. That didn't work for them because Nathan Cobb tried to do a little bit of a trick kick with an onside that they weren't expecting, and it did not work for them.
It almost did, but there was one Columbia man there, and he was able to fall in it right before he was swarmed by Florence players. But Columbia got that one, or maybe Florence would be up 62-8.
Definitely. And some of the Eagles' punts have almost been blocked, but luckily they got them off in time, except for one. He was very well pressured, so the punter just kind of had to throw it and get it out of there.
Yeah, so that gave Florence the ball on the Columbia Eagles' 19-yard line, and that also led to one of Florence's many scores.
Looks like Falcons come back on the field, and the Eagles are also.
Columbia to kick off to Florence.
Looks like Armani Goodwin is in the back, and the Eagles might be trying to pooch kick it to get it away from Goodwin. They've seen what danger he is, or maybe even get it to the right or left side. Just keep it away from him. Keep it out of the middle and far back.
Yeah, going back to that trickery, they may try an onside kick too. It's always a possibility when they're down by this much, and we've already seen them use trick plays.
Yeah, if they want any points, they definitely got to pull out some trickery. It's worked for them in the past. We'll see if it works for them in the future. Maybe just a couple points will maybe not spoil their pride too much.
On for the kick is number 75, Cody Smallwood, also their punter. 3 men back deep to receive for Florence, but Goodwin is in the middle. And Smallwood boots it, caught at the 30, and Florence returns it to the 40, cuts it outside, and as Jakyler Coleman cuts it across the middle, and he's down the Eagle 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was good for the Falcons. Very good field position, especially since it got it to Jakyler Coleman. He is a running back, so that really helped him.
Yeah, right man at the right time. And they'll start off in Columbia territory for, I think, the 4th or 5th time already tonight.
Yeah, I believe so.
Looks like Flippo is in at quarterback.
Yeah, we were just talking about him. We'll see what he can do for, this might be his first time this season.
Ben Daniel in at running back beside him.
Yeah, the coaching is trying to train him up for later.
Flippo hands the ball off to Ben Daniel, and he's got room. He's down the sideline. He breaks a tackle, gets all the way down to the 20-yard line. Big run there for Florence on their first play of the half.
Yeah, that was a great job of Ben Daniel right there. You know, actually amazing job. An Eagle had his ankle, but somehow he got out of it. Eventually he was brought down, but he just kind of, trucked through that team.
Yeah, 28-yard run there. First play of the half. Good job by Ben Daniel there. You're right.
Gardner Filippo still on the field. We'll see if he does a pass play this time. We'll see what his throwing ability is. He's a great shot, but yeah, we'll just have to see.
Jakyler Coleman and Ben Daniel in the backfield. Split out to the near side is number 14, DeAndre Batten. Flippo takes a snap, hands it off to Jakyler Coleman. He's around the end and gets down to the 9-yard line, close to a first down. We'll see if they move the chains. Looks like they will. They may mark it just short. They'll call it first and goal. Barely got the first down.
Yeah, that was a close one. Well, a great job by the Falcon offense right there by pushing in those extra few yards to get the first down. If the Eagles want to stop them right here, they'll definitely have to step up their game.
Yeah, Florence about to score again, and it is just their first possession of the second half. Flippo takes a snap, and he hands it off to Coleman. Coleman again up the middle, and gets down to the 5-yard line. It'll be second and goal from the 5.
Looks like some subs coming on the field and off for the Eagles. Clock ticking now at 9:30. Left in the third. Both teams ready for the snap.
Second and goal from the 5 for Florence. We'll see if they keep running the ball, as it has been pretty effective for them, very effective for them all throughout the game.
Yeah, Gardner Filippo still in the field. Both teams have 3 timeouts left. Last half, the Falcons actually did end out with 3 timeouts left.
Here's a snap to Flippo. He hands it off. It's Coleman again. Touchdown Falcons. They go up 61-8, stretching their lead out even more.
That's a great job by the Falcons. You know, just pushing in those extra few points. You know, it just seems like they're racking them up, touchdown after touchdown. We'll see if they can make it 62 or 63-8 or keep it the same.
Yeah, this rushing game has been absolutely unstoppable for Florence. Nothing Columbia can do.
Yeah, definitely the second half, Jakyler Coleman has really been a monster, just pushing those extra yards in. And Nate Reed with his 28-yard play.
And the extra point is good. Florence is up 62-8.
That is a 54-point lead.
That means Florence has scored a whopping 49 unanswered points.
Yeah, because at the start of the game, Columbia was actually pretty close. I believe it was 8-13 at one point, and then Florence just soared ahead.
Soared ahead like the Falcons they are. They're about to kick it off on the 40-yard line.
Yes. Looks like Columbia Eagles have 2 men back.
Cobb will kick it off from the 40. Eight minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florence with a 54-point lead. 2 men deep to receive for the Eagles.
Nathan Cobb on 30, and he's running up now.
Here's the boot, and it is deep, and it looks like it'll be caught at about the 2-yard line, and he'll return it there, out to the 10. We'll see if anyone can catch him. He tries to get the edge and is brought down at the 11-yard line. Hard tackle there for Florence.
Yeah, that was a good job by Florence. And the one who brought him down was number 37, Packery Williams.
It will be 1st and 10 Columbia from their own 11. Good coverage there by Florence.
Yeah, both teams coming out on the field. Florence defense hoping they can bring them back more. Doing what they've been doing in the game, causing touchdowns.
Yeah, they've had some great stops, and Columbia hasn't been able to get anything going. Here's the snap. Quarterback driving back to pass, and it is another screen pass, and that is number 24, Zion Dobbins on the catch, and he is brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was brought down, it looks like, by number 46, Demiricus Ackland.
So it'll be 2nd and 10, under 8 minutes remaining in the third.
Yeah, the screen passes have hurt the Eagles in the first quarter, excuse me, little jumble words. It caused 2 fumbles, and that one did work for them, but it's kind of a risky move. We'll just have to see, though.
There's a snap, handed off to Dobbins again. He's got a hole around the edge. He gets out close to the first down marker and is tackled around the 19-yard line. It'll be about 3rd and 1 for Columbia.
Yeah, we'll see if they can push in that extra yard or Falcons can maybe even punch it back.
So here's Columbia with 3rd and 2 from their own 19. Here's the snap. They hand it off. It's Dobbins again, and he is stuffed. He does not get back to the marker. He gets tackled right at his own 19-yard line at the line of scrimmage. Big stop for Florence.
Yes, definitely caused them to be 4th and 2. But I would assume that Columbia Eagles are going for it, but I'm definitely not for sure. So
They thought about it, but I think their punting team is coming out onto the field now.
yeah, I would agree with you.
Punter for Columbia is number 75, Cody Smallwood. Florence has been able to get pressure on him 3 or 4 times so far.
Looks like the line is stacked.
Here's the snap. It is low, and he's going to try to throw it. He's going to try to do something with it, and manages to kick it upfield. Bounces forward to the 47-yard line. Field there by Braxton Knight, and he falls forward to the 42. That is where Florence will start this next drive.
I believe that was Kate Castile that returned it.
Yeah, new returner, and there Braxton Knight has been returning the kicks.
Yeah, that was it looked like the punter was a little bit confused there because he was very well pressured by the Falcons. He wasn't sure whether to throw it or not, especially since that was a low snap. He hit the ground before it got to him.
Yeah, I think he thought that he should have thrown it because there was a lot of pressure coming, but he found an opening to where he could get the kickoff. So he managed to do that, and now Florence has the ball at Columbia's 42.
Yeah, that probably would have been better for him. Well, it is better for him since they got the kickoff.
And Flippo still in the game. He hands it off up the middle, and he breaks a tackle, and he's to the 30, to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, pushed out of bounds there.
The one who made a big tackle earlier, that was Packery Williams as well. That was a great job by the Falcons.
So Florence now has 1st and goal down on the 6-yard line. Under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
We'll see if they can push this in to get a 60-point lead if they get this touchdown right here.
Players looking over to the sideline for their play as the clock continues to run.
Yeah, maybe stalling a little bit. Play clock has started now.
Here's the snap to Flippo. He hands it off again, and again on the carry is Packery Williams. That gets him down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. Florence hasn't thrown the ball yet in the second half.
Looks like Sean Smith going off the field, or for the Eagles.
Play clock down to 14. Flippo in the shotgun, flanked by Tyrese Siner alongside Packery Williams.
2 seconds on the play clock.
And they get the play off. Flippo hands it off to Packery Williams, and he stumbles forward to about the 2-yard line.
You know, Packery Williams, he's done a great job so far, although his name hasn't really popped up until the last minute or two. He's made some big plays, although.
Yeah, he's listed as a wide receiver. We haven't seen him yet as a running back yet this year, but so far he's done a good job. You're right. So Florence will have 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line.
A little bit of confusion as well this time. Play clock ticking to 10. The last time they got it off at 2 seconds. We'll see what happens this time.
They may just be trying to run out the clock.
Yeah, that's a smart play.
And Flippo takes the handoff. It's Packery Williams. Nice cutback. And doesn't get to the end zone.
Yeah, like I said, that cutback was very good. You know, got him probably 4 or 5 extra yards.
It is 4th and goal. We'll see if Florence kicks a field goal here or if they opt to go for it.
Yeah, it looks like they only need 1 more yard. They might send Jakyler Coleman or Packery Williams to just kind of dive it in. Maybe even a QB sneak. We'll just have to see.
Clock running now, just over 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Flippo in the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off to Packery Williams, who will not get the touchdown. He's stopped at the 3-yard line, so Columbia will take over there. A turnover on downs for Florence.
Yeah, that was not good for the Falcons, although good for the Eagles. Momentum, well, not really momentum change, but good for the Eagles. I'm sure they're a little bit happier about that drive than the last few.
The way Florence's defense has been playing, though, they may be able to get a big stop here or even a safety and get the ball back really fast.
Yeah, now under 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. You know, this game has really been a fun, interesting game. Samuel, this game has flown by, don't you think?
It really has. Already just a minute left in the 3rd quarter. And here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Oh, he almost gets tackled in the end zone, but is brought down right at the half-yard line. Very close to his safety there. Lucky for Columbia that he wasn't tackled in the end zone.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good for him. We'll see if they can get it away from the end zone this time. They might be trying to just run it up the middle, maybe getting it out of there, or maybe passing it, maybe getting a few yards. We'll just have to see.
It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 1. Dangerous territory for Columbia.
Definitely.
Quarterback's back in the shotgun all by himself. Here's the snap. And he has a man in the end zone. And it is incomplete. They'll call it incomplete, almost a fumble, but they'll say it was a forward pass.
Yeah, that was a close one. If he would have caught it, I believe that would have been a safety.
Looks like the clock is running down now. Just about 5 seconds left in this 3rd quarter of play. Florence is up 62-8.
Yeah, we'll see if the 4th quarter's been as good.
Hibbett Sports has provided athletic equipment and apparel to the Shoals area for over 70 years and is proud to support Florence High School for the 2013-2014 football season. Whether you play football, baseball, soccer, or just about anything else, Hibbett should be your go-to destination for anything and everything sports related. In addition to their supply of sports equipment, Hibbett maintains an expansive selection of collegiate apparel. Hibbett will always have what you need. Hibbett Sports, game tested, athlete approved.
And we are back at Milton Frank Stadium in Huntsville, Alabama.
Florence is up 62-8 over Columbia.
Yeah, the 4th quarter play will begin shortly.
It'll be Columbia ball. 3rd and 12 on their own 1-yard line after incomplete pass in the end zone. Almost resulted in a safety.
Yeah, I was about to say that if he would have caught it, it would have been. But luckily for them, it was an incomplete pass. I won't say that much, though.
So Columbia lined up mostly in their own end zone. Very, very close.
Looks like the line is stacked.
3rd down and 12. And here's the snap. He hands it off up the middle, and he gets around the edge. And he might even have the first down. It is very close. On the carry that time is number 9. That's Carlton Rhodes.
And I believe it will be 4th down now. I don't think he did get the first down.
Looks like they'll go ahead and move the chains. Generous spot there, but then I'll give Columbia the first down.
Yeah, I guess they'll give Columbia anything that they can get.
Yeah, it'll be 1st and 10 on 13. And here's the snap. He's looking over the middle, and it is cut. But he drops it at the last second. Good coverage there on the play. Incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Dante Connolly was the one that covered him right there. It was a good job by him. Looks like some subs are coming out and off the field. Looks like Devontae Malone is coming out of the field to get some playing time. And so will Keandre Petaway.
Second and 10 for the Eagles from their own 13.
Motion on the offense.
Hand it off again, and he is brought down in the backfield, pushed out of bounds. On the carry is number 9, Carlton Rhodes.
We now have under 10 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Clock is still running. 3rd down and 10. Eagles still have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Eagles are just huddled up now. They are lining back up. Yeah, so do the Falcons. They also have all 3 timeouts.
And here's the snap. It is low, and he'll have to pitch out to the outside, and he is swarmed in the backfield, brought down at the 6-yard line.
Looks like the ball is loose.
Looks like the ball was loose, but they marked him down before the ball came out, I think.
Looks like it was on the 1 or 2 yard line, almost a safety right there.
I believe they'll mark him with forward progress down at the 6-yard line. So it'll be about 4th and 15 from there.
Yeah, he was met by a host of Falcons. Looks like Kay Castile coming back on the field. Braxton Knight earlier in the game was returning all the punts. Now it looks like Kay Castile has switched over in his position.
It'll be 4th and call it 16. Cody Smallwood on the punt. And he gets the punt off this time. It is low and bounces to the 35-yard line, and it'll roll out of bounds to the 43 of Columbia.
It was a pretty good punt, but, you know, I don't know what they had to do to bring the Falcons down from not getting a touchdown, but it seems like Columbia isn't doing it, but they need to step up their game.
I think it's a bit too late for that, Luke. Only 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. Florence is up 62-8, and maybe Columbia looking to get some kind of moral victory out of this. But Florence has done a great job on both sides of the ball. Their running game has been destructive and deadly, and their defense has been hard-hitting, and they've been very stingy.
I agree. Maybe Columbia, their shovel passes to the side aren't doing as good, but their defensive Falcon defense is really doing good to stop it.
And there's a handoff up the middle, and Florence gains about 7 or 8 yards on the carry.
And it looks like on the carry it was number 35, G.R. Viaz Kelly. Some of these names are kind of tough, but, you know, it's okay.
In at quarterback is number 18, Patrick Burke.
Looks like Columbia has one safety back.
Burke takes the snap. He hands it off up the middle and is close to first down for Florence. I think they got it. Again on the carry is number 35, Giovanni Kelly. It will be a first down for Florence, and they'll have the ball on the Columbia 31.
Clock still ticking. Now under 7 minutes left in this game.
Couple of subs coming on for Florence. Zane Gilbert and Raekwon Beckwith. Burke still in the quarterback. Play clock down to 7. Play clock to 1. And the refs didn't notice, so Florence will just hand it off up the middle. And they'll get about 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
Looks like the play clock, you were right, it did go down, but the refs, I guess, didn't notice out of all of them.
On the carry that time is number 34, Tyrese Steiner.
Looks like both teams are not lined up yet, but about to get lined up, getting ready for the snap. Now we have 6 minutes left.
Halfway through this fourth quarter. Florence trying to milk this clock as much as possible. Play clock down to 10, game clock at 5:40.
Yeah, I don't blame them when they're up this far. You know, they got to do what they have to.
And Burke hands it off up the middle. And he plunges forward for a few yards. Steiner on the carry.
You know, it's a good job by the Falcons by not just, you know, it's good by them to milk down the clock, like you said, instead of, you know, just keep on driving it in and getting the touchdown. It's good respect for them not to doing that.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there not to run up the score. Florence driving again, though, just using steady runs and milking the clock as much as possible. Patrick Burke still in at quarterback.
Gardner Filippo was quarterback, and then he got subbed out. So far, we've had 3 quarterbacks for the Falcons in this game.
And here's the snap. He hands it off to Steiner. Steiner gets a good block, and he gets to the outside, pushed out of bounds around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good job. He, you know, ran it out to the side. He first ran it up the middle and then ran out to the side to get it out of there. Good job by him.
4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Florence is in the red zone of Columbia.
This has been a fast-paced fourth quarter, if you ask me.
First and 10 at the Eagle 15. Play clock down to 10. Game clock under 4 minutes now.
Falcons stalling.
And Burke takes the snap. He hands it off up the middle, and cutting it outside is number 35, Giovanni Kelly.
Yeah, I noticed before the play started, or the last play, the Columbia Eagles were kind of moving a little bit, getting a little anxious for the play to start. You know, just doing whatever they can. Of course, it is too late for them to come back. They have to get a lot of touchdowns for them, which is pretty much practically impossible. But they're, you know, trying to get a couple more points for pride.
It'll be 2nd and 5 for Florence from Columbia 10.
Play clock now at 7.
And here's the snap. Burke hands it off around the end. Close to a first down is number 35, Giovanni Kelly once again.
Yeah, he's been making some runs up, which
and
is
looks like the ball came loose at the very end of the run, and it is recovered by the Eagles. And I believe that is the first turnover for the Falcons in this game.
You know, I was just bragging on him. He hasn't run it up the middle, which has really helped the Falcons, although he needs to, you know, hang on tight to it. The Eagles, that'll help them for sure if they want these last few points in the game. Clock now ticking under 3 now.
Eagles have the ball at their own 8-yard line.
Looks like Falcons have multiple safeties back, just kind of preventing a touchdown, or really any points.
Yeah, Columbia will have to go around 90, 92 yards in just 2.5 minutes if they want to score.
Which really hasn't been working out for them so far this game, but we'll see if they can get anything. But their one touchdown does stand with 8 points.
Columbia in a shotgun set, and the ball's handed off around the end, and the ball carrier's tackled right at the 10-yard line. On the carry that time is number 22, Jalen Matthews.
Yeah, he got if any yards. He was tackled around the line of scrimmage. Falcons did a good job right there by seeing, what play he was doing by bringing him down. Now we have under 2 minutes.
Clock continues to run now. 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
Or 1 minute, 45 seconds. Either way, both teams lining up right now. Getting ready. The play clock now at 7 seconds. A little bit of motion on defense.
And the ball's pitched, a little shovel pass up the middle. And Columbia almost gets a first down. They may have it out to the 17-yard line.
That's if they do get the first down, well, they did. It's enough for Eagle first down. Good job by them. That's their first down they've had in a while, actually. Because most of their drives lately have been a 3 and out.
Yeah, nice little shovel pass there for 8 yards and a first down.
Now we have under a minute left in the game. 50 seconds.
Columbia with first and 10. Ball is on their own 18. Play clock down to 3, and the snap is low. Quarterback will throw. He is hit hard, and that ball's incomplete.
Looks like there's a flag on the play. Maybe pass interference. I saw that, Columbia, or the Eagle was, hit a little early. We'll see if the Eagles accept it or decline it. I'm sure they'll accept it to maybe get one last play in for the game, maybe 2, go for the Hail Mary.
Clock is running down now. It's at 7 seconds. It looks like they will pick up the flag. And this will be another Florence win. This is their second in a row. Now they're 4-4 on the season.
Yeah, this has been a great game, although Falcons have really controlled. Yeah, you're right, 4-4. I believe, what is that, 3-2 in the, or 4-2 in the 3-3 in the region. Excuse me. Yeah, Falcons have done a good job this season by now tying up every game, 4 losses and 4 wins overall.
Yeah, I think the real story of this game is Florence just controlling both sides of the ball. On the offensive side with their running game, and on the defense with their hard hitting and their big stops on 3rd and 4th downs.
Yeah, Columbia, of course, they did put up a fight, although it wasn't really much of one. They had their momentum at the start of the game, well, in the second quarter, I believe, and they had it for one drive, or first quarter, and they maybe, got a little, or one touchdown, and they sneaked in the 2-point conversion, which really helped them. But, definitely wasn't enough.
Yeah, Florence's defense was able to hold Columbia from scoring for the final 3 quarters. Luke, looking to head to Florence's game against Hazel Green next week. If they win that game, then they'll be 4-3 in area play.
Yeah, that'll definitely look good on their record. A lot better than a lot of fans expected them to be close to the start of the season.
Yeah, Florence has played great this year, including this game, which they win 62-8. A road game against Columbia, and they win big here in Huntsville.
Close to the start of the season for the Falcons. It was a very close, it was a close record. Falcon fans thought they were, not going to do so good, but later in the season they really have pulled it out and done better.
Yep, Florence wins this game with a final score of 62-8. Big win on the road.
Looks like Falcon fans celebrating. This is Columbia's senior night, so they were not able to celebrate it with a win, although they don't get many of those. Well, actually none.
Falcons players gathering near the bleachers of the Florence side.
Yeah, they're about to sing for the fans. They've done a great job. And the Columbia Eagles are kneeling and probably praying over there, and they've done a good job. Looks like the Falcons are swaying with the beat.
What are you saying, Lindsay? Look hard. So hard. Turn this off. Hey, you mind unplugging that? Yeah, I do.
Huge win here for Florence. As we said, on the season, they are now 4-4, 3-3 in region play. That evens things up, and big win for Florence here, 62-8 over Columbia.